Okay, let's look at this question. So this question is saying that Stinger has prepared a forecast to produce this product called the Ouch. The forecast is based on selling and producing 2,160 units. So the first thing I want to do is almost to literally find what the cost is of these units. So just to show you what I mean. So 6,408. I'm just dividing all of these by 2,160. And this is what I almost want you to do when you get this question. Just find what the unit, whatever selling price the unit cost is. We don't do this for fixed overheads because fixed overheads are fixed. They don't vary. And semi-variables, we need to use a slightly different method. So if I do these first, and I'll use different pen color as I go ahead to remind you. So this is, you're selling each unit for £30, really, is what you're saying. 9720 divided by 2,160. This is the materials costing you £4.15. Sorry, £4.50. And then you have here 22,680 divided by 2,160, and that's costing you £10.50 for labor. £10.50 for labor. I'll just change my pen color. So the fixed overheads will always be the fixed overheads. With the semi-variable, let's do the semi-variable now. So what we have here with the semi-variable is we are saying that there is a fixed cost element here. We don't know what that is, but we know we have 2 points on the curve. We have, when we're making 2,160 units, the total cost is 6,804. And when we're making 5,400 units, the total cost is 13,284. Right. That's what we're saying. So what we're really saying is that, this is what we refer to as the high-low method. So we have to do this. You're probably going to get that in the exam. This idea of saying, well, let me find what the variable cost is so I can project and do another table, for example. So the variable cost, of course, must be, we're saying that when this goes from 2,160 to 5,400, the costs go from 6,800 to this. That's what this smooth sort of gradient or slope is saying. So 13,284 minus 6,804 divided by 5,400 minus 2,160 is what we're saying. So 13,284 minus 6,804 is 6,480 divided by 5,400 minus 2,160 divided by 3,214. So if you divide these two things together, you get £2. So my variable cost is £2. Right, so now that's good. So let me find the fixed cost, if you like, in this semi-variable, right? And I'll just pick this one, the 2,160. I could have picked any, it doesn't really matter. I'm saying that the total cost of 6,804 is equal to a fixed cost that I don't know, plus a variable cost, which is 2 times the number of units, 2,160, right? And I know that 2 times 2,160 is 4,320. So the fixed cost is this thing. So the question is, what is this thing? And so this thing is 6,804 minus 4,320, which is 2,484, right? So your fixed cost here is 2,484. So we now know that, and that's great. I think we can carry on now. So let's go down to the next question. So now what they want us to do is to tell them what things would be like if we were making 2,700 units. And that's great. So 2,700 times 30. If you remember, we found that 30 over there, right? Then I'm asking you to say 2,700 times £4.50. I'm asking you to say 2,700 times £10.50. Right. The fixed overhead is a fixed overhead. That's not going to change. 12,960. With the semi-variable, I can tell you 2,484 as a fixed cost plus £2 times 2,700. That's the whole point of this, that we can extrapolate and do other things, right? So let's just, why not? Let's add this all together. 2,700 times 30 is 81,000. 2,700 times £4.50 is 12,150. 12,150. 2,700 times £10.50 is 28,350. That's my 12,960. And then let me also do this one. 2 times 2,700 plus 2,484 is 7,884. And that's my total cost. So what do I have? 12,150 plus 28,350 plus 12,960 plus 7,884. I'm just sort of just showing you what this total cost looks like. And then I take that away from 81,000. And I get 19,656. Right? Oh, sorry, forgive me. What am I doing there? 19,656. I didn't even see that there was a space there for me to do that. This is 61,344. That's the total cost, right? Total cost of all of that. And then I can find the profit per unit because that's 19,656 divided by 2,700. Divided by 2,700, and that gives me £7.28. £7.28 per unit. Right, great stuff. So so let's look here. So when I produced so what you have here is there's a number of good reasons here actually for the final question. So you're producing 2,160 units. So and then now you've gone from 2,160 units to 2,700 units. Now, as far as profits concerned, your selling prices stayed the same, your variable costs have stayed the same, but there are fixed costs there are fixed costs here and there are fixed costs in here. So the variable costs in here have stayed the same at 2. So as far as change is concerned, there is no change with regards variable costs, but there is change with regards fixed because the fixed cost per unit is falling. You see, because we're making more units, and as we make more units, then that fixed cost starts to get spread over more units, and thus overall we have a higher profit, which is why you can see a higher profit here per unit of £7.28 vis-a-vis a profit here of £5.85. So that's the reasoning why your profit, if you like, is increasing per unit. Yes. Cool, great stuff. That is, and really, I mean, in terms of, you can see what we've been doing here. We've been talking about variable cost. So in terms of this question here, all you would talk about is, you can even do some graphs to show the examiner that you understand what's going on. So there are fixed costs and semi-variable, and as well as variable costs. You can do that to the examiner, just to show them that you understand that these are variable, these are all variable, that this is a fixed, and then there's a variable plus a fixed cost in there, right? And then you can show them if you, well, you don't have to, but I think that's enough, really. Cool, great stuff. That is question 37.